Good day to you all. Welcome to Maths Global Learning Hub with Mr. T. In today's lesson, we are going to draw the graph of f of x is equal to minus sin x on the same set of x's with the graph of f of x is equal to sin x. I'll begin here by completing the table of values, and I would expect you to put this in your calculator. And if you do that, we are going to get 0 here, 1, and then 0, and then negative 1, and then 0 here. That is for the graph of f of x is equal to sin x. Let us draw this graph. I'm going to plot the points. And by now, we should be very proficient when plotting these points. If we join these points, we must always do that using freehand. This is what we get, and we can write here y is equal to sin x. Moving on, y is equal to minus sin x. You can see that here I'm going to get 0, here I'm going to get negative 1, here I'm going to get 0, here I'm going to get a positive 1, I'm going to get 0 when I substitute these points in my calculator there. Let's plot the points. We're starting at 0, then we come to negative 1, we go to 0 at 180, then we go to positive 1 at 270, and then 0 at 360. Joining these points using freehand, this is what we're going to get. And we can write, or we can label this graph, y is equal to negative sin x. If we look at these two graphs that we've just drawn, we are going to see that in order for us to get the graph of y is equal to minus sin x, we can just reflect y is equal to sin x in the x-axis. So I can write here reflection of y is equal to sin x in the x-axis will give us the graph of y is equal to negative sin x. And if I look at these two graphs here, I can see that the graphs, they've got the same periods, so I can write here period is equal to 360 degrees for each graph. In other words, these two graphs, they are completing a full cycle after 360 degrees. I can also see that the range of these two graphs is the same, so I can write y is an element. The minimum for each graph is negative 1, and then the maximum is positive 1. When we are writing this, always make sure that you start with the maximum, you start with the minimum, followed by the maximum. We can also calculate the amplitude of the two graphs using our formula. Y maximum minus y minimum divided by 2. And like what we have established when we were establishing the range of this graph, we saw that the maximum for both the graphs is positive 1, and then the minimum is negative 1. Then we divide by 2, and when we simplify, we are going to get an answer of 1 is the amplitude of both graphs.